What was it? I don't know what the time was. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So no, it was a good day. I'm fit and healthy, and I'm happy. I was here looking forward to this race. It makes a big difference for the mentality coming this season.
Were you expecting to be unchallenged for so long?
No, I think this is the thing. At this end of the season, it's very difficult to figure out kind of who the players are. Everyone's kind of dealt with different things throughout the year, and people are coming here for different reasons. So I was coming here to break a course record that was pretty old, so I was just focused on myself. I actually felt better coming off of Zurich than I did in Zurich, but those hard races it's difficult to sometimes judge them late season with all the travel, but I didn't quite get it right that day, and I wanted to right that wrong one today.
How did you kind of read the travel?
I'm trusted by a lot of brands, and that want me to come out here and perform and show off their companies. And I don't take that ever for granted. And this isn't talent, this is hard work.
What about this race do you feel like, since you won the floor, how do you feel like that benefits? Do you feel like it's kind of set up for this race?
Yeah, I think I was just looking to bring those guys into kind of deep dark waters early and kind of see who the players are going to be this year. And if you go early, then it's going to really figure out who wants to be here and who doesn't.
On the season, like any plans to kind of celebrate and take a deep breath?
I'm going to spend time with my family. I think I said in the press conference yesterday is, in a good Olympic year, there's going to be imbalances in your life, and I definitely had an imbalance towards my job this year, and it's time to push that imbalance the other way and spend time and kind of be present for my family and everyone that kind of supports me as part of my team.
That's the end of the year now. No more running now.
No more running for the rest of the track season. I might do something in the winter, something a bit longer, but we haven't decided what that is yet.
Are you going to go to China, world indoors? Do you think you'll do that? Do you think Holland, perhaps European indoors?
I mean, I didn't decide about going to Glasgow until kind of January, February time, but look, the reason I don't extend my season way too long is to stay away from injuries. I've come off of that great race, and sometimes you just need to know when to hang it up and call it a season. And I've come off with no injuries right now, and as long as I don't step in any glass, I'm in a good spot.
And that's exciting because the best is still to come. I know you're at the British records in Paris, but you feel the best is still to come.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've got the outdoor mile and 1500 record. I used to have both the indoor 1500 mile record. I want to get those back and show how dominant I can be in the British 1500 scene. Hard enough as it is, and that will propel me into a really good spot for the rest of the world.
The wedding's next year now. It's not this autumn. So.
Yeah, wedding's next year, and again, I'm just going to sort that imbalance out and be present with everyone that's part of my family.
Celebrate tonight in New York?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I fly back at 8 p.m. My missus has work tomorrow, so that's part of it.
Josh, how does it feel to end your season?
Sorry, guys.
You have adjustment in terms of a lot more racing. I know you said that you find the base race a little boring. What do you think is going to allow you to race a lot more and still keep the focus on keeping the world safe?
A lot of it's motivation, to be honest, and like I was saying, obviously it comes off a bit brash and you're like, oh, these races are boring, but I mean, you guys don't do it. Like, running under 230 is hard. It's really hard, and all you're doing is staring at the floor and hoping you don't pass out or fall over, and that's fun, but being able to stay present and race the guys next to you is a bigger kind of challenge for me, and I'm looking forward to that coming up next year.
When people get surprised that I know they ask you on press conference, you say something nice about you. You went the cheeky route, you went pretty compliment you.
It's just there's a lot of chatter behind the scenes, and you guys do a great job of keeping our sport alive in some ways, and I appreciate all the work that you guys do, but when it comes to those press conferences, ask good questions, you know what I mean? That's such a boring question. We're two of the best 1500 runners in the world, and we want people to watch our sport. If you want to ask good questions, you'll get good answers, and I think someone being do you like the 1500? It's not a good question, and I feel like if we're going to keep the sport alive, then we've got to be working into our rivalries and working into our head-to-head challenges, and that's part of our job and it's part of yours as well. But I think this year has helped a lot with our personalities in the mile and the 1500 and giving you guys something to write about at least, and I want to continue that in press conference.
Yeah, you said last week too, I think you might have had a race or two too many. I know your schedule is very selective. What did you think about that race?
I don't know. I don't remember really saying that. I think the end of the season is hard for everyone. Everyone takes it differently, and we're coming off an Olympic Games that we've built up for 4 years, and it's a result that I was happy with, but I'm not satisfied with, and there's a lot of mixed emotions with that. There's a reason that all you guys don't go to every single one of our meets. It's hard. It's hard travel. It's hard to keep doing the same thing all the time and be as good as you are every single day. So we have a lot of pressures on us, and I want to make sure that I'm ready, right, and want to put on shows like that every time I go out that I can. So I'm a bit selective, and I'm excited for next year. I think we have some great races coming up, so I'm just looking to put on a show.
Yeah, so today's an unpaced race, and you really pushed it. that's something you're going to be wanting your opponent's mind based on his races in the Grand Slam.
Yeah, I know. I can front run and I can sit back and kick, and I will show all of those tactics in the toolbox when it comes to next year. And I think I'll let people know about that.
It's a great spectacle, iconic avenue, if you like. The Michael Johnson event next year, do you hope it's similar to this in terms of the crowds, the prestige, and the way it's presented?
They're going to put a new energy in it. Regardless of what they do, they're bringing unbelievable kind of innovation to our sport, and I think it's going to put the best athletes against the best, and it's going to at least give some of these people who come and watch the Olympics somewhere to go and know they're going to be watching some of the best races in the world. And, I'm excited to see what that looks like. I probably don't know as much as you think I do. They're keeping it pretty tight, but it's coming together very well from what I know of it, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
We saw Warhol that you plan just in a hybrid. Would you be up for any type of hybrid event, a 200 or 5,000? I don't know.
Something that's slightly different. You know what I mean? We don't want this sport to be old and boring and like the same thing every single week in, week out. I think everyone enjoyed that for what it was. I think everyone was surprised by how good Mondo was at that, and I think that's what our sport needs: a little bit of change and a little bit of effort in making sure that everyone was here to watch great races.
So, when you think there's one more slot for you?